Hi folks, this is Troy P. with NicXVapor.com. You'll also see me on e-cig.com as NicX Vapor. Here to show you the BAM today. Fun little mod, well, little being used loosely. Been using that for a couple of weeks now. Been really enjoying it, and I wanted to show it to you a little bit today. Now this is the BAM V2. Black button on it. Personally, I like the blue. 510 connector. And one thing of the really cool things about this is the battery options. Most of them don't hold 26650. This does. Give you a little bit of a look at it. As you can see here, one of the ridges, you have the seam where everything splits. What you can use here is either an 18350, you can also use that with a kick, an 18650, which we'll be using today. You can use these flat top or button top, as well as the 26650 flat or button top. Now, the biggest difference between the BAM and the BAM V2 is in this top piece. You can see the ridges in there. That's the kick adapter. Now the BAM V1 had this too, but that one wasn't threaded. You can see in there, there's your big difference. Now, I don't use a kick, nothing against the kick. I don't have one, so I don't play with it. However, if you're using anything less than a 26650, you're going to need this piece. And this is the battery sleeve for the 18350 and 18650. And you can see right there, folks, that is a wide sleeve, and that's how big your 26650 is if you've never held one. So, I'm just going to drop that on in here. And I'm using my UltraFire 3000 milliamp 3.7 volt battery. And take a look at that too. Look at the gap in there from that sleeve. I'm looking forward to getting a hold of that 26650 and seeing what it does in this thing. So, I'll just go ahead and screw that back on there. Now, the BAM is a great mod just in itself. Beautiful piece of craftsmanship. It's not fancy. It doesn't have variable voltage, variable wattage, not even a display. What it does is it holds a good variety of batteries, and it does a great job. Now, it is heavy. And once I get my 26650, I imagine it's going to get a little heavier. And I'm totally fine with that. For any of you familiar with the Genesis style AGAT rebuildable, you know that's not a light atomizer anyway. So, we'll go ahead and screw this on here, and I'll show you my biggest problem with it. Now, personally, I like to hold the button down to know when I'm starting to get a good connection. You can see it going there. And as I tighten it down, it stops. That's my problem with it. Not moving, everything's great, except it doesn't fire. Now what I end up having to do here, I'm sure I'm not the only one at this point, you can see that center pin is pushed in. So, go ahead and push down on it, get that coming out. You gotta watch the seal though. That will start to come out as well. So, what I end up doing is I take one of these. If you're not familiar with this piece, this is an airflow regulator. commonly used for like cartomizers, DCTs especially, anything that has a air intake hole at the threading. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to unscrew this, see, hold it there until we're about 1 millimeter past the air holes. And I like to screw the rebuildable into this. Now, taking big heavy stuff, making it a little bit bigger, a little heavier, not significantly. Now make sure I push that center pin down again, make sure I'm going to get good contact, and holding my button in again on the BAM, get this lined up. Is it tight, perfectly stable? No. But is it workable? Yes. So, now you can see the BAM with the AGAT rebuildable atomizer and the airflow regulator. What I really like about this is I get a heck of a hit. I get something heavy that I know is going to be solid. Other than the finish on this thing, I'm not worried about dropping it. I'm more worried about breaking this tank than I am hurting this battery mod. If you're looking for something that's not got a lot of fancy stuff, but you want something that will last, the BAM is great. For those of you interested, what we have in here today is NicX Mint Chocolate Cheesecake. This one is a 50/50 PG/VG blend, available at www.nicxvapor.com. And folks, I'll be bringing you some of my own hardware in another video. You'll see hardware on there, not a world of it right now. That'll change. You'll also see close to 90 flavors. There's something there for everybody. So check it out. Anyway, don't forget to check us out on Facebook, NicX Vapor. Send me a PM if you'd like on ECA forums. But for now, happy vaping.